Hey, this is Isaac, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hacking the entire sales process of one of the funnels of successful marketers and influencers. And today I've chosen this four-part training series funnel from my very own mentor Dan Locke. And I was actually very excited when he created this funnel, because at the time I also created a four-part training for one of my businesses, and I thought this was like a really cool thing. I actually didn't see it from him. I learned it from another marketer, and at the time, this was a very popular thing to be doing. And for I think there are a lot of marketers out there that are also doing this four-part training series, sales method. And this method is very powerful for selling anything that is high ticket, and high ticket means high priced. And that that is typically, at the very least, over $2,000, and typically over $5,000. So if you are selling a product or a service that is over $5,000, this is a very powerful way to do it. Okay. If you're selling something that's over $5,000, this is a very powerful way to do it. And now I'm just going to be completely 100% transparent here. And I don't think, because we're all learning like marketing and sales here, I don't think Dan Locke would, I don't think Sifu, I call him Sifu, would mind me kind of taking you behind the scenes, giving you an insider look at everything. Now, because of also my respect for him, I don't want to, kind of reveal anything that he wouldn't. I think that he wouldn't want me to tell you. But I'm going to be as transparent as possible. So what this is, it's basically him selling you his high ticket closer certification program. And this is as you can see behind, there's a lot of people with the certificates, and I've also been through the program myself. Um, Now, this isn't some training, or this isn't some like marketing video where I'm trying to like sell you into the program. We're just gonna take a look at his sales process. Like, that is literally the only purpose of this video. So the first thing is you'll see is very typical, an opt-in. So type in your email, and then it will take you to the next page. And when you type in your email here, what will happen is it will also send you an email that gives you a link to the day one training as well, like immediately. So when you type in your name and email and click the watch day one now, it will take you to the day one page, and basically you just immediately begin your training. You can start watching the video, and this is a kind of like a higher quality version of one of his YouTube videos, and it's 22 minutes long. And then every day you'll find that he also has a bonus as well to include, which I guess is very nice, because just having the video alone would have been really good, but he also included some bonuses, which is really good. Now down here you'll see something very interesting, and this is a messenger bot button. So I won't teach you how to set this up today. I'll teach you in a future video, sometime in the future. But basically, if you click this button, a bot will message you on Facebook, and it will ask you if you want to confirm that it sends you day 2 to 4, the trainings for day 2, day 3, and day 4. And if you click this button, 24 hours later, that it will give you a link to day 2. So that's basically it. It's just so sometimes some people don't check their emails, and because Facebook Messenger, if you're using Facebook, the open rate for Facebook Messenger is over 80%, compared to email, which is average around 10% open rate. So having this is also really nice. It makes sure that people come back and also watch day 2. Now, another interesting thing that he also has on this page is a Facebook pixel. What a Facebook pixel is a pixel. Basically, it tells Facebook, you have to set it up on your website. It tells Facebook someone has visited this page, and because of that, if that same person goes onto Facebook, then you can show the people who have visited this page a specific ad. So what I've actually seen him done was he created an ad that would take you to the day 2 training after you visited part 1. So after you visited part 1, then you would, if you go on Facebook, you would actually start seeing ads that would take you to phase 2 or day 2, which is really, really cool. Basically, it's another way to make sure people come back and watch day 2. So on day 2, it's basically in another value video over here, and then he has some bonuses to give you. And then, as you can see over here, there's no longer any buttons, because once you have opted in for this button, then automatically 48 hours later it would send you the link to day 3, so you don't have to click the button again here. So day 3 is pretty much the exact same as day 2. He has his value video to add value and teach you more, and then he has some bonuses, and then over here is the same as day 2, and then basically after 3 days it would send you the link to day 4. And day 4 is the last day, so it's actually quite different. He has his value video over here, and then at the end of the value video, he invites you to book a call to speak with someone on his team. So after you click the button, then it would take you to this page, and he explains how the booking process goes, and then you are able to schedule a time and complete an application. And then after you complete the application, then it would take you to the final page to tell you that your call has been booked. Now, you might be asking me, well, okay, so how exactly do I sell someone? Well, the way that if you are selling a product or a service is, that's high ticket, that's very high priced. It's very, very hard to just sell it with a web page. It's much easier to speak with someone on the phone to do that, right? And now I'm not saying this as in like, you want to be salesy on the phone or anything like that, but you're actually able to, because the people who are on the phone with you, they would have already watched all 4 days of your training, and went through the process and then completed an application. It means that they're serious. They actually know, like literally for 4 whole days, he talks about what the program is about, right? So you can imagine that after 4 days, if someone books a call with you, they're serious. They're pretty serious. They're actually thinking of, they're really, really thinking of doing this, right? So as a result, what the people who are speaking on the phone, we would refer to them as very high quality, right? Because they're people who actually are interested in joining the program. So as a result, the sales and closing rate is much higher. So this is basically the entire process. It's very, very simple, but it's also takes a lot of effort to, I guess, set up, because you actually have to make 4 days of content and also kind of set up this page. But it's not too difficult, if you're very, very used to making content. Basically for him, it's just making 4 extra videos. And for you as well, if you were to want to do this, then it's basically making 4 extra training videos, right? So this is a very, very powerful process for selling anything that is high ticket, and high ticket being typically over $5,000, but at the very minimum over $2,000, right? If you're planning to sell something that's over $2,000, this is a very, very good method to do it. And You can do this by by getting people either spending ads to get people to come here, or doing it through social media, whether it be through YouTube or through Facebook. It's a very, 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 very new and very effective sales process, because it adds a lot of value to people. Your people who are going through this, they would have learned a lot already. They would have went through 4 whole days of training, gotten all these bonuses, and watched all these interviews, and then they would have completed an entire application, answered a lot of questions before they even booked a call. And before they booked a call, it tells you to watch these like videos to get ready as well. So the person who booked a call and is speaking with you at the end of it is like really, really serious, would have been really, really serious, or they would have dropped out somewhere along the way, right? So this is a very good way to kind of like screen people, because obviously if you're talking to people on the phone, you can't be talking to like everybody. It's really, really hard to speak with too many people, and so this is a very good way to filter people out, to make sure that the people who you're speaking to are actually really serious, right? And also educates them. And even if they're not someone who is interested in buying, they would have already gotten 4 days of value, so they would have liked you a lot more. And just because they're not buying today doesn't mean that in the future, they would become your future customer, your future client, right? So this is a very, very new way that a lot of people are using to sell something that is very high priced. And I haven't seen him run a lot of ads to this video, to this funnel recently, but because he's using a different funnel, and I'll talk about that funnel. Like that's the main one that he's marketing to very, very heavily as of this moment, and this one's not so much. But I'll talk about that in a future video. But basically, this is just a very easy way for you to be able to actually, it's a very effective way for you to be able to sell something that is that's over $5,000. So make sure if you like this training, be sure to comment, tell me what you liked about it. If there's anything that you would like me to review, anything that you would like me to hack, then I will make that a future video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to ring the bell, because I make videos like this. I make videos like this all the time to help you learn more about sales, learn more about marketing, so you can do this for yourself. I make a lot of trainings on my channel as well, so be sure to subscribe and don't miss out. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.